Hello friends, how are you all? Again I came on video to tell that how did I improve my English speaking pronunciation. If you also want to improve your English speaking pronunciation, then you have to watch this video till the end. Otherwise I think you will not understand. Then you will comment below this video. When you will watch this video completely, then you will comment that I couldn't understand what types of way you gave in video that we couldn't understand. Please again make video on this topic. So that's why you have to watch my video carefully and you have to listen me carefully so that you can understand what types of way I will tell you, so that you can also improve your English speaking pronunciation. First, if you want to improve your English speaking pronunciation, then you have to develop the habit of reading English the most. So how can you read English? First of all, you have to buy any book, you have to buy any newspaper. So if you have bought the newspaper already, no problem, you can buy. So if you haven't bought any newspaper, so quickly you have to go to the market and please buy the newspaper. So after that you have to bring that newspaper to your home. When you will bring the newspaper to your home, then you have to develop the habit of reading that newspaper properly. So then you have to pay your attention also on pronunciation. That when you will read that time, how are you reading? Lest you are reading wrong, that time you have to pay your attention. So when you will read the newspaper, when you will read any book, a story book in English, loudly you have to read. You have to read loudly. It is not like that you bought the newspaper from the market and you will read and like you will not make noises while reading, but you have to read loudly, so that you can improve your English easily and you can become fluent also, and you can also improve your English speaking pronunciation. So that's why I want to compel you to read the newspaper and read English story loudly, so that you can improve your clarity of speaking English language, and anybody everyone can understand you that what you speak. So I think when you will go anywhere, that time when you will go to give any exam, that time and when you will get any job, and if you will be called for getting your introduction, when you will give your introduction, that time if you will speak with wrong pronunciation, I think you will not be able to correct that interview. That's why if you also want to improve your English, if you also want to crack an interview so in English language, so then you have to improve your pronunciation. And after that when you will improve your pronunciation, then easily you can correct and they can get you any job and you can earn money also. So after that and you have to develop the habit of practicing also. And before a while I told you that you have to develop the habit of reading the newspaper and read any story book in English loudly. That is good for you. You have to read. And besides that and when you will learn any words, I think and who will be beginner, if any person will have started learning English language recently, if I'll tell about myself, you can listen me. So if I will start learning English speaking today, you can consider, if I will start learning English speaking today, and if I will learn today basic words only, if I will learn, so then what will I do? I will learn basic words. And so what types of English words are here in English book, you can consider a lot of words. It's not only basic words but all types of words, but I will learn with pronunciation. And pronunciation, when I will learn any words of English with pronunciation, definitely I can improve my pronunciation. So I think there are a lot of books are available. So you can buy that all book, but some book are like that where you can't get any words that which is with and its pronunciation. But I think you will get a lot of book also and dictionary also in the market, and please go to buy and please ask your shopkeeper that please give me certain types of books, dictionary, in which dictionary I can find words with pronunciation, so that I can also sound like a native speaker. And how are their pronunciation, what can be pronunciation of these words, right? That you can check easily. So that's why you have to learn any words with pronunciation. And when you will learn, as well as learning words, you also have to pay attention on pronunciation, that how are you sounding that words, you can consider. And some people are making mistake, you can consider. So I saw a lot of person, it was also happening with me. Not only I'm not going to tell only other person, but I also going to tell, first of all I will tell about myself. When I was beginner, that time when I had started practicing English language recently, but it is not like that. That time I was practicing, and nowadays I'm not practicing. But also nowadays I'm practicing English language. But one thing I am paying attention, that when I practice English speaking, that time I speak slowly, so that I will let any words to come to my mind, and I can speak English language properly. That's why you can consider, that time, I speak slowly, so that, a lot of words will come to my mind and I can speak English language properly. That's why. But I saw a lot of person that, and they will speak loudly. You can, they will speak loudly. It's good for them, but they will speak fastly, speedily. They will speak, but it's not good for them. But if you are beginner, so you don't have to speak speedily, but you have to speak slowly. When you will speak slowly, you can consider, so easily you can improve your English language. That's why, you have to speak slowly. And there are a lot of words also you can learn English language. And one thing you have to pay attention, that you have to read slowly. You have to read read first of all slowly, and loudly is good for you. That you have to read loudly, but slowly is good. And other, you have to listen postcards, podcast you have to listen. And you can get a lot of video on YouTube also. But what is called podcast? Do you know what is called podcast? But I think I was also not getting it about it. You can consider, when I was watching on this topic, that one day, I search about podcast on YouTube, that what is called podcast. Then I got one video and I was told that, a postcard is like a video, but actually, and who will speak, you can't see his moment. You can't see his moment, but you can listen his voice. And if you want to listen, it means instead of someone hurts, you can listen instead of someone hurts in English. And if you will tell about your hurts, that what types of feeling is going on in your head, in your mind, that other person can listen you, that you can share on YouTube, but they can't see your face. That is called podcast. So you can also listen postcard. But I think with as many people I have talked so far, you can consider, so most of the people told me that you have to listen podcast on YouTube. You will get a lot of video and where you have to listen podcast. But one thing you have to pay attention, that you have to listen them carefully, that what are they speaking and what types of words they are using and how are they sounding. That you have to pay attention on that. And after that, what was happening, you can consider. So some people are learning a lot of words. You can consider, some people are learning words, but you can consider learning words of English are is important for you. That if you will not learn any words of English with Hindi meaning, and if you will not try to use any word in your sentences while speaking this language, can you improve your English language? And if I'll tell that, if you will learn, if you have learned only subject and pronoun and modal verb, and you don't know verb, how do I have to learn? And what types of verb here you don't know, but you know only modal verb and which is subjects. So you can't improve your English language. So when you will learn any words, you have to learn also words. And that time, when you will find such types of words on YouTube, when you will got some types of when you will get such types of words on YouTube, anywhere, not only on YouTube, but I think you can get a lot of words also in Chrome browser, also in Google. You can get list by list, and when you will read that all, and you have to try to find the words, the pronunciation of words, that how do I have to sound that word when I will have to speak. That you have to pay attention on that. So definitely you can become fluent, and you can also improve your pronunciation like me, as I improved my pronunciation of speaking English language well. But I think some people are facing like this problem. And I also one friend, you can consider, I have also one friend, but his pronunciation is very bad still, because he practices very speedily, you can consider, but he's not paying attention on his language, that what types of way I'm using here. But he should have, he should practice English language slowly, so that. But if you know only less words, if you have only less words in your mind, and if you know about your words very well, that I haven't learned more verbs also, and words of English with Hindi meaning also. So then definitely you have to try to find the pronunciation of that words, that how do you have to speak, and then you have to use that in your sentences. And I told you that to practice English language is important for you, and that's why you have to practice English language every day. Otherwise, I can say about you 100% it is possible for you that you can't improve your English language. That's why you have to practice every day. But you can practice anywhere, but I don't want to compel you to practice only at your home. But if you like to your home, that if you have an environment that you can practice. Otherwise, you can also create yourself, that you can hang any mirror in front of yourself in the wall at your home, and then you can take any topic, and that topic should be good for you, that you can keep your interested in that story, and you can tell in front of mirror, you can consider, and then you can improve your English language. But I think you have to use a mobile camera. I have using, but that's why I want to compel you, because because one day I think that's why, because one person was saying that because I think he had made that video on topic of how to improve communication skills and pronunciation of speaking English language. So he told that have to practice every day. If you want to improve your pronunciation, definitely you have to read loudly, you have to practice English speaking loudly, and you have to learn any words with pronunciation. You have to learn like this, it told. And when I watched one video again on his channel was on how to improve communication skills of speaking English language. He told that you have to make video and you have to talk with people every day. You have to practice, and that time and you have to sound words properly, and you have to practice with people all the time. And if you want to improve your pronunciation, so definitely this all thing you have to do. Other I told you that for improving communication skills, just you have to practice and talking with people. And on this topic I didn't tell you completely, but I think I have made one video on this topic. You can watch, I think before 2 days around, I think I uploaded one video how to improve communication skills. If you want to improve, so you can watch that video also, and really you can get good impression through me. And I told I shared all my which is tips. I shared all my tips that how can you improve your pronunciation. Not only you, but all the person can improve their pronunciation and also communication skills. So I think you have understood. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also press the bell icon so that we can connect to each other again. And if you wanna connect with me, so I wanna tell you the Skype ID name is English with Jadoo. So if you want to connect with us, you think that as you know that I also making not only like this video I'm making, but I also making conversation related video. So if you also want to have conversation with me, then you have to join me. But if you don't know, how can you join with me? If you don't know, how can you join with me? So one application is available on Play Store. The name of the application is Skype application. So that application you have to download first of all, and then you have to create your account. But you can give there your number, your password, and which is your like a Gmail ID, and then you can create an account in that application. And if you want to connect with me, as I told, the name of my Skype ID is that, which is like English with Jadoo. You can search on that application and you can get me, and a video call face to face. You can talk with me, and you can also make video with me, and you can upload video if you know English. So then at last you can talk. Otherwise, because I speak only in English in that application, so easily you can join me, and you have to search my name English with Jadoo in that application in search box, and when you will create your account. So I think you got it what I told you. So if you want to watch like this video again, you have to support me every day so that I can bring like this video for you all every day, and you all can watch my video every day. So thank you. I want to say all that if you all have watched my video. So again we shall meet in another video, friends. Thank you all.